who are in possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
And now let's talk about Kenyan Drake. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a 2nd home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play with Drake. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, short throw to the tight end Thomas. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Arizona.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. He's been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tahir Whitehead on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
So that's what an angry defense looks like and what they can do. They told him, you've had your 3 touchdowns already. No way you're getting a 4th.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Isaiah Simmons there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
At their own 11-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard
Carolina getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Bridgewater on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the ground, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Out comes Kenyan Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Kenyan Drake.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
They stay on the ground with Drake.
40-yard line.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
At the 6-yard line.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
brought down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On third down, Drake. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyan Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bridgewater and the Panthers now down by a field goal, just under 2 minutes to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Bridgewater found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
For a Carolina.
Now Bridgewater. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Cardinals take over first and 10.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, the guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Our final score.
Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Arizona, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head